guys, this is Sherin Nicole of Idobi Radio, and I am here with some friends to celebrate the 6th annual Black Reel Awards for Television, or as I have nicknamed them, the Bolts. So before we get into it, I'm going to have those friends introduce themselves, starting with Monique.
Hey, I'm Monique Pearl. I'm a filmmaker, writer, director out of Atlanta, Georgia, and also Geek Girl writer.
I'm a fan. And Nell.
Hi, I'm Nell Minow, contributing editor at RogerEbert.com on the radio and online also as MovieMom.com. I'm very glad to be here.
Yay, welcome you guys. So we are going to lead into the big show by talking about some of the awards. Actually, we're going to present some of those awards. And then we are going to talk a little bit about the things we love about television. And after we're done, you don't have to wait any longer because it will be time for the award ceremony to begin. All right. So before we get started, you guys, what I want to do is begin with the awards presenters prayer. Dearly beloved TV land, do not let us mangle anybody's name today. But if we do, we hope we shall be forgiven. For our tongues are no weapons, but instead instruments of praise. Hey,
Amen. Let's go.
All right, so let's get into it. First off, let's just kick off with an award because I know folks want to know if they have won. I want to know if they've won. I know y'all want to know too. So we're going to start with Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. And the nominees are Jay Ellis for Insecure, Brian Tyree Henry for Atlanta, Dule Hill for The Wonder Years, Lakeith Stanfield, Atlanta, Tyler James Williams, Abbott Elementary. All right, so what bets you got? Who are you guys taking in this battle?
Well, I'm a Tyler James fan from the heart. I love this dude. He's hilarious. His dry wit kills me every single time. So I'm gonna have to go with Tyler James.
All right. What about you, Nell?
You know, I love everybody on this list. I have a special love for Lakeith because I interviewed him after his first film and have loved him ever since. But I got to go with Brian Tyree Henry. He is just my favorite, and I've got my fingers crossed for him.
All right.
Now, I'm not gonna front. He's great too. He's really, really a fantastic actor. I love him.
All right. Well, here we go. And the winner is Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary. This is the first win for Tyler James Williams. Yeah, that's fantastic. So we're going to do one more before we have a little bit of conversation. Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. And the nominees are Zazie Beetz, Atlanta, Janelle James, Abbott Elementary, Yvonne Orji, Insecure, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott Elementary, and Natasha Rothwell, Insecure. All right, I'm taking bets. Nell.
I'm going to go with Yvonne Orji, partly because this is the last year of Insecure. It's our last chance to get the award, but also because if you've seen her stand up, you know what an incredible actress she is. Her character is so different from her real life persona. And I just am a huge fan.
Good one.
Interesting.
Mo,
Nice.
how about you?
Y'all better give Cheryl Lee Ralph her flowers. Y'all better give them to her. I'm telling you right now, you better give this queen her flowers.
All right. And the winner is Janelle James, Abbott Elementary. This is also the first win for Janelle James for the character of Ava, the principal.
Now she definitely makes the show. She's hilarious. I will give it to her. Yes.
She truly is wonderful. And I'm loving this love for Abbott Elementary in its first year.
Yeah. So for you guys, what is it about Abbott Elementary that makes it so special?
I think how unexpectedly sweet it is. You know,
oh my goodness,
it would be easy to make it into another The Office, but there is such a sweetness because they're not selling paper. They are there to educate children, and they really bring their hearts to it. And so it's irresistible.
I feel like I can rewatch this over and over again. There's not a lot of shows that I can watch more than once. And every time I watch it, it's like I'll get another joke that was in there that I somehow missed the first time. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
a look that they give, a character gives. There's so much unspoken language in the show that I absolutely love. So it's layer on layer. It's sound, it's visual. The show is just perfect for me. It's perfect.
It was an unexpected gem, or it is an unexpected gem. Also, very happy for Quinta Brunson to have taken off this way. I've been a fan of hers for a long time, and the work she's done all the way back to BuzzFeed. So really want to say bravo to her, which brings us to our first topic. Sisters are doing it for themselves. So what I want to know right here is I want y'all to tell me your favorite woman who is running a television series, network, production company, etc., in one way or another, and why she's your favorite.
Oh, well, we've had conversations about this. Shonda, let me give you your flowers right now because, ma'am, all the shows that you have going on, what Grey's is like in its second generation now, grandkids are watching Grey's and it's been going on for so long. I mean,
it's been a minute.
Yeah, but just like seriously going on to like Bridgerton, the new things that she has going, the story about the Queen that's coming out. I'm just loving everything she's doing. She's putting Black women in the forefront with acting roles, with storylines. It's amazing to me. The role model that she is, it's incredible. She's doing more and more and just showing us that we can be moguls, we can be storytellers. It's not a Black story we have to tell, just be a good storyteller. We don't have to focus on, one genre, one specific thing. We can expand our universe. And I really love that about her.
She's also working with Debbie Allen to support the arts with the center that they have built, which is amazing. So there's so much to love about Shonda, but what about you now?
This is a very hard one for me because my first thought was Ava DuVernay, because nobody has done more to give opportunities to women,
Yes.
especially women of color, than Ava DuVernay. And I just, I would like to just make a new Mount Rushmore and make it all about her and the women that she's brought to our attention. But I have to go with my heart here and say Robin Thede, because possibly because I just heard her interviewed on NPR over the weekend, so she's on my mind. But I think Black Woman Sketch Show has just been such a revelation to me. And I'm very happy when I understand the jokes, and I think it's very funny. But I'm very happy in the ones that I don't understand, because I feel like I can feel my soul expanding, and it makes me stretch a little bit. And talk about Quinta. The first time that I loved Quinta was on that show. The talent that she has brought in there is amazing. The character she's created. I just love everything that Robin Thede is doing.
I have to agree with both of you. I mean, everyone knows Shonda Rhimes is one of my favorite inspirations out there, but also Robin Thede has really, as Nell said, done some incredible things in the way her career has progressed and opened up some doors and spoken to us so directly and so unflinchingly that we just have to feel loved.
You know, it's often said, because it's true, that the more particular something is, the more universal it is. And there's just no better depiction of that than what she has done. The characters that she's created, the situation she's created. I mean, there are certain things that are universal to all women that I relate to very much in what she does. But I also love my peek into a world that I would not otherwise have the privilege of seeing. So I love that show.
And I just want to touch on the Ava DuVernay point, because I've had the pleasure of working with Ava on one of her shows. And I love the fact that she gives a lot of newer filmmakers their opportunity to shine, with Queen Sugar, with the show I was on, which was Naomi. She picked a lot of filmmakers who maybe have done one or two things, have been in some festivals and all that kind of stuff, and really just gave them the opportunity to come in the door and, learn by doing, learn by directing. And I admire that. She definitely puts her money where her mouth is and gives people the opportunity to shine. So yeah, I can absolutely appreciate Ava as well.
All right. Well, we're going to do some more awards right now for the 6th annual Black Reel Awards for Television, also known as the Bolts. Let's see who gets one next. Outstanding Guest Actor Comedy Series, we have Reggie Hayes, Abbott Elementary, Little Rail Howery, Southside, Orlando Jones, Abbott Elementary, Sam Richardson, Ted Lasso. I've never known how to pronounce Kofi's name. What is Kofi's name from Queen Sugar? How do you pronounce his last name?
I don't know. Servo?
Okay, well,
Kofi,
Kofi, we put a prayer on it. So Kofi Servo, Insecure. What are your bets on this one?
Oh, it was so nice to see Reggie Hayes again. It was really, really, just a fun time to see him again.
After all of his journey through his, I think it was heart failure, was it not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always love Lil Rel though. Lil Rel, I love him. Every time I see him, he just makes me laugh. He doesn't even have to say nothing. He is hilarious. I love Lil Rel, so I'm gonna go with him. Although Orlando Jones is my man though. That's my man. Don't be mad at me, right. Orlando.
Let's let Nell get in on this.
I love everybody on this list. I have a special love for Sam Richardson. He was the star of one of my favorite shows this year, After Party. And, I love everybody on the list. It's hard to make a choice, but he really has a special place in my heart. I love him.
Let's see what we've got here. And the winner is Orlando Jones, Abbott Elementary. This is the first win, believe it or not, for the great, the indomitable, the always effervescent Orlando Jones.
And Abbott Elementary is sweeping the floor right now.
They really, really are. This is amazing. So let's see what happens in this next category. Outstanding Guest Actress Comedy Series. Quinta Brunson, A Black Lady Sketch Show. Lizzo, Saturday Night Live. Michelle Obama, Blackish. Adrian Ray, Atlanta. And I gotta say my personal favorite, sorry ladies, Divine Joy Randolph, Only Murders in the Building. Who you got?
I'm feeling Divine. I am feeling Divine, girl.
I am with you on this 100%, Monique. I love her, and she's even better in the second season. It was a surprising choice for that role. When we see somebody that is cast in law enforcement, that's not who we expect to see, and I love that about it. And I loved her relationship, the way she had a relationship with her wife, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, these are all great guest spots, but I have to say the two forerunners or front runners for me are Quinta and Divine. So let's see if we're right. And the winner is Quinta Brunson, A Black Lady Sketch Show. This is the first win for Quinta. She's also nominated tonight for Outstanding Comedy Series, Actress, and Writing for Abbott Elementary. So brava. Brava. Why did, well, we've already talked about Abbott Elementary, so let's go to the next category because we have said the things, all right? So we're going to move into Outstanding Supporting Actor Drama Series. This one's going to get heavy. Giancarlo Esposito, Better Call Saul. Wood Harris, Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Adrian Holmes, Bel Air. Clark Peters, The Man Who Fell to Earth. Ali Charlatan, Bel Air. Ali Charlatan, Bel Air. Who do you got? I mean, this one, let me just tell you something. Giancarlo Esposito, since, I gotta say, School Days by Spike Lee. Love. Wood Harris is underappreciated for being outstanding.
Seriously.
Adrian Holmes has got a little flair to him, and then, this is just a really great category. So now, who pulls out in front of this?
This is a heartbreaker, but I'm like you. I have been rooting for Giancarlo Esposito ever since School Days, which is still my favorite Spike Lee movie. And so I've got my fingers crossed for him.
I am mad at this entire list because I don't know how to choose. I mean, for me, Giancarlo Esposito in Breaking Bad was the end all be all. I could not say any, but then Wood Harris, that's my heart for years and years and years, man. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm watching him in BMF right now, and I'm just like, Jesus, this man is an actor. Absolutely, like you said, absolutely unappreciated. And I love Bel Air, so my guys on Bel Air. But I'm gonna go with Wood Harris because that's my dog right there. My dog.
Well, I'm about to let everybody know that the winner is none other than the underappreciated but always phenomenal Wood Harris for Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. This is the second win for Wood Harris. He previously won in 2017 for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a TV or limited series for The New Edition story. So he's always making those historic stories that we love come to life.
Yes, go Wood. Yes.
And the next category right now is Outstanding Supporting Actress Drama Series. And this is Adjoa Ondo for Bridgerton, Coco Jones for Bel Air, Audra McDonald for The Gilded Age, Lorraine Toussaint for The Equalizer, and Susan Kalichi Watson for This Is Us. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this ought to be at least a 4-way tie, at least, maybe 5.
I'm going to agree with you on that. Mm-hmm.
Because Adjoa Ondo is brilliant as my beloved Lady Dunbury. You got to say it with your chin, Lady Dunbury. And Bridgerton, just the best character on the show. Whenever the show flags a little bit, she's the one who keeps me watching, but I am forever in love with Audra McDonald and Lorraine Toussaint, and Susan Kalichi Watson in This Is Us is the first time I have ever seen me, specifically me, on television. Monique?
Man, I'm going to just say it, and it hurts my heart to pick one over everybody else, but I'm going to go with Adjoa because Lady Dunbury will forever be my lady.
Again, I have to agree with Monique on this. She brings such presence, such dignity, such integrity to that role. And, I just love what they've done with that show. I got to do the Bridgerton experience here and with the immersive experience, which was great. And I loved to see so many different people, different kinds of people all dressed up and participating in it, because characters like that give us all something to relate to aspire to. And she is impeccable. That's the only word I can use to describe her.
I would agree. And we have to give some love to Coco Jones as the up-and-comer in a very difficult category of just ladies who rule.
Yeah, I'm so proud of what Coco has done. I mean, just her transformation. I'm enjoying her. I'm enjoying how she has owned the role and really made it her own. So yeah, kudos to her, for real.
Should we call the winner?
Yes.
The winner of Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series is none other than Susan Kalichi Watson. This Is Us. This is the third win for Susan. She previously won in this category in 2008 and 2019 for This Is Us. And why wouldn't she? Why would she not? This is
I totally agree with you. That is a show where it would be so easy for that character to sort of fade into the background. There's so many strong characters, and it'd be very easy for her to be wife of a strong character. And she makes that character so distinctive, so authentic. I have nothing but love for her and for everybody else in this category. So I'm very happy for her.
I got nothing but love for you, Susan. What you got? Got nothing but love for you. Whatever. All right. So next category, Outstanding guest actor in a drama series. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about some things. Y'all want to talk about a thing or two?
What's up? What you got?
All right. So in our second topic, I want to give an ovation. And what I want you guys to help me with is to tell me the performance on screen, behind the screen, in the score, wherever the performance happened from last year that you watch over and over. Give it to me. Okay, sorry. That I almost slipped into a meme right there. I had to draw. Okay, give it to me.
I have a particular reason for picking Taylor Page. I could watch Zola every day. And it's because of her. Again, that would be a character that would be so easy to kind of phone in and make it all surface. But she gives that character so much. And I had not really been aware of her before. So I got real interested in her as a result of that. And I started looking into some of her other things. And the reason that she's at the forefront of my mind right now is that she is the best thing in a not very good movie I'm reviewing this week, opposite Diane Keaton. And her mother's played by Loretta Devine. And I just wanted the whole movie to be about the two of them because
this is what we need.
Yeah.
Like Nell, not to interrupt you, but I desperately want like a Everything Everywhere All at Once starring Black women. That like, you know what, like I want that. So I feel you on that.
Yeah,
that one.
I just kept going like, Diane Keaton, love you, but you need to move over because this is the relationship in the movie I'm really interested in. And because I love Loretta Devine also, but Taylor Page, even in this very silly movie where her job is just to be the best friend, just brings it so beautifully. And it's of course she plays a wealthy bride to be. And so it couldn't be more different from Zola. And I just was enchanted by her. I adore her.
Yeah, I first learned about Taylor Page from a series called Hit the Floor, which was VH1's basketball series of which she was the star. And what struck me about that show is, Monique knows I always say this, but I believed her. Right. First of all, the show knows the behind the scenes of basketball. Monique and I can both tell you that. But it was also, she was a phenomenal dancer. She carried every emotion. Even when the show got silly, she never did. And so, yeah, I give good kudos to Taylor Page. So let me drop in here with mine. And mine is cheating. And I don't mind because I'm the host and I'll do what I want. But mine is cheating a little bit. So there was a series called Station 11, a one-shot series on Showtime, was it? I do believe, or was it HBO? It might have been HBO. It was HBO. And there was a writer on that squad by the name of Shannon Houston, Black woman. And then the third episode, I believe it was, starred Danielle Deadwyler, my beloved Danielle Deadwyler, who I fell in love with from The Harder They Fall. And the two of them together created I Am Not Playing With You magic. It was busting, it was popping. Listen, dead ass, it was great. This is an episode that I suggest that you watch, whether you watch the rest of the series, and it is a very good series, but this episode with these two women working together, it blew my mind. It tells the story of a plague that is pretty much an extinction level event. And Danielle Deadwyler is an important character to one of the other characters because it's all entwined. And you learn the story of what happened to her through this pandemic. And it ends with an astronaut. All right. She's also a graphic novel writer. So, you guys know that was important to me. But Danielle Deadwyler has her own gravity. She is planetary. This is going to be an actress that we will see starring and winning awards and accolades for the next 30, 40 years, and well-deserved. Monique, who did you pick for your ovation?
So I'm going to pick something from a show that you definitely don't watch. No, I don't know if you've seen it. You know how I love my drug movies, Snowfall.
Oh, Lord, us and the drugs and the criminality.
Yes. I told you I was watching Wood Harrison BMF, man. Listen, in Snowfall, Damson Idris.
Yes.
Damson Idris, the lead role in lead actor in Snowfall. So in the wedding episode, which was season 5, when his auntie and uncle got married, somebody spiked the chocolate fountain with LSD. And so all of the characters were playing high on LSD, and it was perfection. It was perfection. It was amazing. I mean, it was like Damson was playing against himself locked in a room, and just like he went over the deep end. And then, and just the fact that he changes himself so much. I mean, the range that he played from being sad and crying and, to hysterical and fearful to angry and murderous. I mean, all in the range of one scene. It was amazing. It was perfection, I promise you. And it was shot wonderfully. It was beautifully shot. And just all of the characters in this episode really acted to perfection. But Damson was like, here. He was way up there. Absolutely amazing. It's season 5, the wedding episode celebration of Snowfall.
All right. That's some good stuff. So you guys go watch that after the awards. Don't go now. Go after. That way we can all get our love. Okay. So our next category is Outstanding Guest Actor Drama Series. Woo, y'all. This one is going to be a battle. We have Coleman Domingo for Euphoria, Ron Cephas Jones for This Is Us, Delroy Lindo for The Good Fight, Jonathan Majors, Loki, and Rob Morgan, who is our guest of honor at the Lakefront Film Festival for Stranger Things. What and how?
Y'all just keep doing this. Why? Y'all keep giving us all the heavyweights in one category?
This is
how can you choose?
The hardest of the hard for me, because I deeply love every one of these actors, and you really have to twist my arm, but I have to go for Morgan because I love him. I just love him and everything. If everybody has not seen Bull, you got to see that. He's tremendous, but I would be thrilled if we had a 5-way tie on this. They are all the best of the best of the best.
And we easily could. Monique, who would be your tiebreaker?
I hate that you're making me do this. I feel like my arm is tied behind my back. Just want y'all to know.
You can do like the former first criminal and just plead the fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. I'm gonna go with my man Delroy. Delroy Lindo you just can't go wrong with Delroy. I mean, he ain't never gave a bad performance yet. I ain't seen it. If it exists, I don't know about it. I ain't never seen it.
And you won't.
No.
Because he's not going to let it happen. Well, you guys have great choices.
And I think people don't realize how funny he is. And Get Shorty, he is beyond.
Oh my God.
He's so good dramatically, like in The Five Bloods, but but I also love Jonathan Majors. Yes. He is such an up and comer. I'm so excited for him and his career. I love all of these guys. So break our hearts. Go ahead, break our hearts, Sherin.
It's hard not to. I have to tell you guys, my favorite Delroy Lindo moment, or not my favorite because he's great all the time, but my most memorable Delroy Lindo moment is years ago on a television show called Dinner for Five that was hosted by Jon Favreau, or as I like to call him, Anyway, so Delroy Lindo is on here. The conversation turns to Woody Allen, and Delroy Lindo says, point blank, how come he don't put no Black people in his movies? How come he don't put no Black people in his movies?
I think we know the answer to that. I think we do know the answer to that. But in any event, that was a great, by the way, the Dinner for Five was a great series. And
that was a great series and a great moment of absolute truth from Delroy Lindo.
Absolute truth. Good for him.
Yeah, I love that. So, you guys, The winner is Coleman Domingo, Euphoria. This is the first win for Coleman Domingo, and it definitely is the first of many.
Congratulations,
Next up,
brother.
yes. Next up, Outstanding Guest Actress Drama Series. Rosario Dawson, The Book of Boba Fett. Why are you giggling?
Right.
Whoopi Goldberg, Star Trek Picard. Kush Jumbo. I put a joke up on Twitter and I said, happy birthday to Kush Jumbo, not a strain. And she loved it. Kush Jumbo, The Good Fight. Sanaa Lathan, Succession, and CCH Pounder, The Good Fight. And yes, Sanaa, I know who you are. It was just a flub. We, of course, love you. And the reason that we love you so much, or one of them, is the winner is Sanaa Lathan, Succession. This is the second win for Sanaa. She previously won in 2017 for Outstanding Actress in a TV movie or limited series for Shots Fired, created by the Blythewoods. Good stuff.
Shots Fired was good too. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. What was it about that series that particularly pulled you in?
It's my my husband was watching it, and I walked into the room and I sat down for a couple of seconds because I was doing something, and then I could not turn away. I mean, literally, the performances were great. I didn't know what it was about when I first sat down and watched it. I think for the first half hour, I had no idea what it was about, but I didn't want to leave the room. So then I got caught up and sucked into the rest of the series. The acting was amazing.
All right. So we're going to do two more, and then we're going to have a little bit more conversation. So, Outstanding Supporting Actor, TV, Movie, Limited Series. We have Michael Ealy, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Jamie Hector, We Own This City. David Oyelowo, The Girl Before. Wesley Snipes, True Story. Glenn Turman, Women of the Movement.
Another really hard one.
That's right. But the winner is Glenn Turman, Women of the Movement. This is another first win, which is unbelievable, but well earned.
Yeah, he's been around for such a long time and has never been less than excellent. I'm very happy that he got this. But I was kind of pulling for Wesley Snipes, but okay.
I was pulling for Wesley too. I didn't see all of True Story, but again, another one of those, I came in the room for a minute, it was on, I was like, oh my God, it was amazing. It was really, really good. I mean, Wesley always gives a fantastic performance and always so believable. So yeah, I really enjoyed him. I thought that, I think that deserved a win. Not that I'm mad that, I'm not mad. I'm just saying I was really pulling for him.
There are no bad choices here.
No bad choices.
No, not at all. Outstanding Supporting Actress, TV, Movie, Limited Series. Rosario Dawson, Dope Sick. Dominique Fishback, The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. Regina Hall, 9 Perfect Strangers. Moses Ingram, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Natasha Rothwell, The White Lotus. Whew, who's your pick?
I have to go with Regina Hall because, first of all, I love her. I've loved her in everything going back forever. She's also one of my
best man
that I ever interviewed. She can do comedy, she can do drama, she can do anything. But her character arc in that series was I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but was very dramatic. And she was totally on top of it. Totally just a fabulous performance.
It's a very trippy, twisty series. And she does do a wonderful job of playing all those highs and lows and in between darknesses. Yeah. Mo?
I love, I've always loved Regina and everything. Regina's amazing, just an amazing actress, amazing human being. For me, it was between her and Dominique Fishback, honestly, because Dominique Fishback,
incredible.
Stellar.
All the time. Yeah.
Stellar.
Yeah. And what is a very young career by most standards, she always makes an impression. And that's really big for me. And this is an outstanding category of nominees to begin with.
But especially like you think about who she was playing with, and the
Yeah.
fact that she gave such a strong performance in, in who she was playing against, so that you would even notice her, is outstanding. So yeah, she's incredible.
And the winner is Moses Ingram for Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is the first award for Moses Ingram, and thank goodness, because she had a lot of naysayers come after her for being a Black person in space. And I want to talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about Black people. I don't want to talk about the negative. I want to talk about the positive. Let's talk about Black folks, Black people, in space and in fantasy. Good to see.
This is great to see. I mean, how unlikely would it be that there's a future without us in space anyway? Like, seriously.
This gives us an opportunity to just take one moment and talk about Nichelle Nichols and who was a Black person in space, and how I'm a lot older than you guys. So I actually saw it when it was first on the air. And again, just for me, relating as a woman, to see a woman in that position of authority and be respected by everybody was very transformational for me. And just, we just have to take a moment to appreciate what a gorgeous performance she gave and how impactful it was. And yes, and there was a Black person in space, and a Russian person, and an Asian person, and we should assume that that's always going to be the way. And by the way, although it had some faults, Lightyear was pretty good in that category.
I liked Lightyear. I find that I'm liking a lot of animation that the critics are very hard on. And I think because at this point, because we've had so much great animation in the US, I think that our fellow critics go into the theater expecting a classic. Like this, if the animated film is not a classic, poo. And sometimes films are like Lightyear, which is a very good film, but it's not like going to change any.
I like everything
lists.
about it except the end. I really hated the end, but other than that, I was loving every part of it. So
yeah. Or you have your cute kind of everyday movie that you can watch with the kids or the grandkids or the godchildren, which is Luck. Great movie, no about a C, but on a Saturday afternoon when you need some kids to be still, let's watch it.
I like Luck. I'm sorry. Our critic at Roger Ebert said it was one of the worst films of the year, and she went off on the whole Latvian thing joke that's in it. But oh my God, I thought it was delightful. And
it's cute.
Jane Fonda as a dragon, I'm there.
It worked. We have to make more room for animated films to be good without being great. But to get back to Black people in sci-fi and fantasy, yes, Nichelle Nichols is number one. But it's really great to see, I wrote an essay about the fact that Rosalind Cash is a huge representative of Black women in the future and how we have a part in saving it, and that comes back from the Omega Man film that she did. But, she was extraordinary, right? I said Rosalind Cash, didn't I? Because sometimes I say Rosalind Russell accidentally.
Nice. You did say that.
Right.
Two great Rosalinds, okay?
Right.
And so coming forward, it's great to see something like Amazon's the Brandon Sanderson, Jordan, oh gosh. It's a fantasy series that I would know the name of any other moment except now. Wheel of Time. Thank you.
Oh, Wheel of Time. Yes.
Yes. Written by, what's the original author's name?
Jordan.
Yes. But what's Jordan's first name?
Robert, I think.
Robert Jordan. Thank you. I don't know what was going on with me. Written by Robert Jordan, continued by Brandon Sanderson. This series is magnificent and multicultural, and it's so good to see. Of course, we have House of Dragon coming up. We've got Black Dwarves that people were crying about also coming up in Lord of the Rings on Amazon as well. So it's just really good to see, because our children deserve their fantasies and their sci-fi as much as other children. And I'm glad they're getting it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so we are coming up on the last two categories, but before we get into them, I want to ask you guys, When is the last time you heard a song in a television show that became a favorite?
Hmm.
Or is there a moment, not even the last time, but throughout the history of television, where there are moments when a song just came to the forefront because it was so perfectly matched to a moment?
It's
I-
it's interesting that you asked me that, because I just listened to an excellent 2-part podcast on that exact subject, going back to the first ever song made into a hit on television, which of course was Davy Crockett, and going on beyond that. And it was absolutely fascinating, the different ways that music and television have interacted over the years. The second song to become popular because of television was one that Tennessee Ernie Ford sang on his show. And then we had the era of the song that they played in the beginning of the show, you know, like Happy Days, and then
Yes,
and then
theme
they said,
song.
and then they started paying the licensing fees to put songs into TV shows. And you know, you had Miami Vice, which was
Yes.
transformational, and it was just such an interesting history. And this was all sparked, of course, by Kate Bush and
Running
Stranger
up that
Things.
hill.
Yeah.
I knew that that moment was going to happen because I, you know, of course I know the song well. My
Yeah.
favorite version of the song, Don't Fight Me, is
Mhm.
actually the placebo version of Running Up That Hill. So after I had watched the series for review, I was walking all over my neighborhood playing both versions back to back, and just people were running up that road and people were looking at me, and I was like, I shan't be silenced. But then of course, you know, but then of course it blew up, which I felt it would, because that has always been an incredible song, and it allowed new people to discover it, which I think is incredible. And a lot of times a TV show will take a song that has kind of fallen by the wayside and mix it with beautiful writing and
That's what
filming and
the
acting.
series,
Yes. Yes.
that's what
And
the
so I have to
podcast
say,
is all about. And of course, Chandra has been great about bringing music into the series. And yeah, so definitely,
yeah.
I highly
Yeah, I think like Grey's Anatomy, probably when
Yes.
certain songs they play in Grey's, that I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, you know, now I just can't help but all the time, every time I hear it, you know, it's great. But also for me, the score of Bridgerton, just I really love listening to the classical versions of, you know, popularized songs, and I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
this is amazing. And I'll play the Bridgerton. I wish it was longer. I wish they had more songs.
the Ariana Grande song.
Yes.
Yes, I love what they did with that song.
Yep. It's
Also
brilliant.
Wrecking Ball. And then when I heard Nirvana played as chamber music, that about did me in.
Yeah.
That just about did me in.
They had that at the Bridgerton experience, and it literally brought tears to my eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you can't forget about what Jordan Peele did with I Got Five on it. That
He
was the big
chopped
one.
and screwed it. And
Chopped and
one of
screwed.
your favorite things, chopping and
Yep.
screwing a song, and he did an incredible job. But also going back to the original Why You Treat Me So Bad, and how the two themes of those two songs played so marvelously well into that movie, not a TV show, but I'm going to tell you one from a TV show.
Okay.
And that is season 2 of Never Have I Ever on Netflix. The very last beautiful moment in that season was accompanied by Glass Animals. And it was, okay, so my brain is not working today because I know the song. I can sing it for you. Sometimes all I think about is you.
Oh,
Heat
yeah.
waves in the middle of June. So
Yeah.
heat waves. I had to just make my brain work, because who hasn't slept? This lady. But you know, that song, again, it was another one I knew from when we watched the screeners that this was going to blow up. I couldn't stop listening to it. And I was already familiar with Glass Animals, being that I work for alt rock radio. But it was such a joy when everybody else started listening to it, and Glass Animals suddenly became huge on the strength of that song. I think that they should pay Mindy Kaling royalties, because that was the hookup. That was.
I got one more.
All right.
So what's on the zeitgeist right now is for Wakanda Forever. the
Yes.
remake, the Thames remake of No Woman, No Cry, mixed in with Kendrick Lamar's song, which is what?
And when I wake up,
oh Jesus, I can't believe I can't remember the song.
we gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right. Yes, No Woman, No Cry / We Gonna Be All Right remix, and Thames is singing it. So like, yeah,
stellar, emotional. I'm getting chills thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
Again, that combination. But you keep going to the movies, baby. We
I
are
do.
in television land.
I know.
Stay out the theater. Stay out the theater.
I'm
okay.
Sorry.
Keep it home. Keep it home. So in our last 2 awards, we have Outstanding Music Supervision. See where I was going? See, I got plans. I got schemes. You see?
You got ways and means.
Atlanta, FX, Jen Malone, Music Supervisor. Bridgerton, Alexandra Passaves. Euphoria, HBO, Jen Malone. Insecure, HBO, Keir Lehman. Wu-Tang and American Saga, Hulu, Mary Ramos.
So you know where I'm gonna go with this, right?
Bridgerton.
Wu-Tang is for the kids. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
I don't know if I can give music supervision to Wu-Tang because that was already done.
Wu-Tang, I'm sorry. Wu-Tang Saga. The Wu-Tang Saga was amazing, and I definitely, the way they used the music in it, I definitely appreciated that. Like I hands down, I gotta say Wu-Tang. Like the way they did it was very original. I enjoyed it, and not just because I'm a Wu-Tang fan.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with, but I gotta say. The music was already there. You just playing on a playground that's built, but Mary Ramos is phenomenal. I'm not saying, but Nell, what do you have?
I think Euphoria has the most interesting and unexpected choices of music. So that's the one I'm going to pick.
All right. So the winner is Keir Lehman, Insecure. This is the second win. He previously won in 2018 for Outstanding Music for Insecure. Okay. How about that? And our last category in this pregame show for the Black Reel Awards, television, the Black Reel Awards for television, 6th annual event, is Outstanding Musical Score. And we have Bridgerton, Chris Bowers, composer, Netflix. Euphoria, Labyrinth, composer, HBO. Insecure, Raphael Sadiq. Come through, Sadiq. Pull up. Composer, HBO. Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Nicholas Britell and Robert Glasper, HBO.
Nice. Go, Robert Glasper.
Wu-Tang, An American Saga, The RZA, composer, Hulu. I'm going to let you guys get your last picks in.
All very difficult choices because all excellent choices. You know, I'm gonna go Raphael this time.
All right.
I'm gonna go Raphael Sadiq.
And Nell, what about you?
I'm gonna go with the Lakers because again, you know, you had to come up with something that evoked a particular time and place. And I thought they did that beautifully.
They really did. Nicholas Britell and Robert Glasper. Yeah. And the winner is, I think this category definitely needs a drum roll. Raphael Sadiq, Insecure. This is the first win for Sadiq. All right. Yes, applause for all of our nominees and winners in this pre-game or pre-award show. And you guys, I'm excited for what is in store for us as the award ceremony rolls out. So very briefly, who are your picks for who you want to win big tonight?
Abbott Elementary. I mean, obviously Abbott Elementary is already steamrolling everybody.
I was gonna say, Quinta seems like she's on a roll. She should be on a roll. She created a monumental success, really going against the grain. The idea of a network comedy that seems to be something that is really everyone else has forgotten how to do. She brought in absolutely a murderer's row of performers.
Yeah.
And as Monique said, I think the most significant part is you can watch it again. It doesn't, you can get more out of it on a second watch, and you don't always say that about things. So I think I'm predicting that Quinta is going to do very, very well, and I'm excited about it.
I think Euphoria might come through big too. But we do have some series that are in their last year, like This Is Us and Insecure. So they might be, nostalgic faves. It's not really nostalgia, but you know what I mean. It's like you're kind of rewarding it for having a great run. So we will see, because now, our beloved television fans, it is time for you to go watch the 6th annual Black Reel Awards for television and see who's going to take home the boat. This is Sherin Nicole, Monique Younger, and Nell Minow, and we'll see you real soon.